Welcome and let your journey to soul expansion begin. I'm your host, Kristen Kaczynski. This show will take you on a journey of expansion, encouraging you to release the limitations of your mind and lean into the wisdom of your soul. Remembering who you are on a soul level will help you release your conditioning, expectations, limiting beliefs, fears, and worries, and evoke a life expanded by your energetic alignment. Whether you're an entrepreneur who wants to grow your income and impact, or someone who knows in your heart of hearts that you're made for more, this podcast will help you awaken the power that's already inside of you, allowing you to attract an easy flow of money, clients, opportunities, and fulfillment. In each episode, you'll learn something new, expand your consciousness, and you'll walk away with a glimpse of what's truly possible for you. If you're ready to follow your soul's calling and live a more expansive life, you're in the right place. Welcome, and let your journey to soul expansion begin. When I think about one of the most profound realizations I've had when it comes to creating more abundance in my life and in my business, it really has been realizing that the work, right? The work that we're doing when we're healing and when we're practicing manifestation intentionally and when we're awakening to the true nature of our being, which is abundant, intelligent, and deeply loving and powerful, right? The true work is really seeing through the lie of scarcity over and over and over and over again. And scarcity, struggle, suffering, whatever word feels is like it's present for you right now, because maybe you're financially abundant, but you're experiencing difficulties of other kinds in your life and business right now, right? So we can kind of like mix and match the word to suit whatever current life challenge we're going through. But scarcity, suffering, struggling, these sorts of things are mesmerizing to our ego minds. They're hypnotizing. And we can actually get caught in the hypnosis of the struggle, of the scarcity. And so a lot of the work of deconditioning, a lot of the work of expanding your capacity to receive and expanding your capacity to manifest your dream life in every area of your life is being able to catch yourself when you're hypnotized by scarcity, by struggle, by suffering, by these things that can seem so deeply real to our ego minds. Because it's like we're looking through like a kaleidoscope almost, right? So like, do you remember what a kaleidoscope was like? Did you ever have that experience as a kid where you held the little tube up to your eye and then you spun it around and there was these shapes and these colors and it was truly mesmerizing? And actually, kaleidoscopes are a form of hypnosis. So this is a perfect metaphor for what I'm describing here. But as you looked at that kaleidoscope, if your other eye was shut, right? Like if you were only looking through the eye that was looking through that tube at the kaleidoscope, at the colors, at the shapes, well then that's all you can see, right? All you can see are the colors. All you can see are the shapes. All you can see is the movement that's happening in the kaleidoscope. There's a whole other world outside of that kaleidoscope, but you can't see it if you don't open your eyes, if you don't look around beyond it, if you don't put the tube down and see if there's something else there, right? And because the kaleidoscope or the scarcity or the limiting beliefs or the struggle stories are so hypnotizing, just like a kaleidoscope actually is, it takes some effort to number one, even want to look beyond that, because sometimes it can be very comfortable to stay in our stories of struggling and suffering, because it is a form of protection, right? When we stay with current unconscious patterns, there's a sense of safety that comes through with that because it's known. So we have to be willing to look beyond the kaleidoscope, to want to wake up to what else might be there if we put that tube down. We have to be willing, and then we also have to be disciplined, because it is kind of mesmerizing, right? Like when we see patterns of scarcity in our business, for example, we can tend to fixate on the problem. We can tend to fixate on, maybe I need to do more lead generation, or damn, maybe I need to change my strategy, or damn, maybe I need to do more reels, or whatever the story is. We can kind of like fixate on how we fix the scarcity problem. But what if all that was really needed was being able to look beyond? Was being able to put down the hypnotizing, mesmerizing kaleidoscope and see that there's a whole abundant world already here, right? And that's the truth, as I've come to really understand it, is the abundance has always been here. The divine guidance has always been here. The ability to co-create with the divine has always been in our skill set, in our capacity. The ability to make magic and miracles and quantum leaps happen has always been possible for us. It's always been there. But we have to be willing to look beyond what we know and have known for decades or generations or centuries. And we have to be willing to hold ourselves in the uncertainty of the unknown. And we also have to be able to hold ourselves in it being that good. There's an element of surrender with manifestation or with shifting into an abundance mindset, because parts of us don't want to believe it can be that good, because otherwise we've been, making it more challenging for ourselves for years and years and years. I know I had this come up for me a lot in my healing journey. Still comes up sometimes, where I'm like, wow, if I really accept that I am a masterful divine co-creator of money, then that means I'm responsible for co-creating this money. And I can't blame someone else. I can't blame the algorithm. I can't blame circumstances. And I also can't be lazy about it, right? Like I actually have to be disciplined about asking for the money I want, getting my energy behind it, calling it in, and allowing myself to fully receive it, feel the gratitude for it, and celebrate it, right? So there's an element of like responsibility and surrender that comes through when we really start to shift into an abundance mindset and an abundant dimension, right? And this is something I want you to think about when you're thinking about money mindset, or shifting out of scarcity, shifting out of struggling or suffering. Is there are multiple dimensions that we exist in, and there is a dimension of you who is wildly abundant, who always gets what she wants and knows how to co-create and believes deeply in manifestation. Not even believes it, but just like knows it, like knows it's a thing, knows it works. So there's dimensions of us that know. And then there's also dimensions of us that we're conditioned to not know, or we're conditioned to not believe. And what if shifting into an abundance mindset, what if shifting into being in alignment with the flow of abundance, the flow of money, the flow of opportunities, the flow of gifts from the universe. What if shifting into that flow was as simple as tuning into a different dimension? As a listener of the Soul Expansion podcast, you know how impactful our unconscious or subconscious thoughts can be, especially when it comes to attracting, receiving, keeping, having, and holding money. And one of the best ways to start to reprogram your unconscious mind is through the power of clinical hypnotherapy. And as a special treat to podcast listeners, I have a free money mindset hypnosis just for you, which is going to allow you to let go of beliefs that are currently holding you back when it comes to attracting money. Hypnosis, by the way, is not mind control. It's not voodoo, scary magic. It's really just allowing you to go into a light trance where you're super relaxed and your unconscious mind is open to receive suggestions. So you can rest assured when you listen to the Money Mindset Hypnosis, you are safe, you are protected, you are loved, and your subconscious mind is so powerful that if there is a suggestion that for some reason doesn't align with your values, it'll automatically reject it. So you're not being controlled by the mind. You're only allowing yourself to receive new beliefs at the subconscious level that are supportive for your money goals. So if you want to get your hands on the Money Mindset Hypnosis, go to mymoneyhypnosis.com. Again, it's completely free. You just enter your email address and you get an instant download, and you can start reprogramming your unconscious mind for all the monies starting today. So again, it's mymoneyhypnosis.com, and I hope you love it. You know, we have things like virtual reality glasses. It's like you just put on the glasses and you're in a different reality. So what would it feel like for you to put on wildly abundant glasses that show you how truly blessed you are, how truly supported you are, how much support is available to you every single day and has always been available to you? Like, what does it feel like if you put those glasses on right now? If you look around that world, what abundance do you start to see is already here that maybe you've missed for years and years and years, or even months, right? Like, what about the clients you have signed? Have you really witnessed the abundance and the mystery of how they showed up for you? Witness that, examine that, explore that, celebrate that, feel gratitude for that. Or what about the random passive income payments you sometimes get, or affiliate commissions that come out of nowhere? Is that money that you're just like, whatever? It doesn't really count because it's not $1,000 or more, right? Well, then you're missing on all the little signals from the universe that you are abundant and that there's so much already here for you. And there is so much already here for you. I bet there's a version of you a year ago who would be proud as fuck of everything you've accomplished. I bet there's a version of you 5 years ago who would be totally amazed at the person you've become. I bet there's a version 10 years ago of you, or maybe 20 years ago or 30 years ago, who may be in complete awe of the abundance you've been able to create in your own business. And the thing is, we always think that there's more to do, more to fix, more to heal, more to manifest. But there's so much magic in recognizing what's already been done, what we've already received, feeling the gratitude and celebration for what's already here. True presence with our life and also with ourselves. A big turning point for me was realizing I was great at celebrating a past version of me, and I was great at celebrating what was to come in the future. But I really truly was struggling to celebrate myself in the present. And I was actually unconscious to this. And then finally, it came through as something that I needed to really experience and to be with. And so I did it. And I realized how amazed I was with myself now, not just, from the past actions I did or what I was calling in for the future, but right now. Can you be in awe of who you are right now? Or are you noticing all of these flaws, all of these things you need to improve, all of this scarcity that still exists for you? What if you could put down that kaleidoscope of conditioning and just really sit with yourself as you are right now and challenge yourself to notice all of the magic that you already have, all of the abundance that you already embody, all of the accomplishments that you've already achieved, all of the incredible business challenges you've already overcome, all of the personal growth you've been through, all of the commitment you've had for growing your business and your dream life. Can you see yourself and love yourself as you are right now, at this exact moment? You might notice things happen in your body or in your energy field as you work with that. You might notice that you feel fuller, more whole, more complete, more satisfied. You might notice that you feel more at peace. This is the power of presence. And this is the power of being willing to look through the distractions of the kaleidoscope of scarcity, struggling, and suffering, being able to see that that's not the whole story. That's not the whole picture. That's only one sliver of your multidimensional nature. Can you feel what shifts when you think of all of your problems as just a tiny sliver of your multidimensional nature? There's so much more to you. You are so much more than that. And if you can let yourself rest in that knowing, if you can let yourself rest in that presence with the present day you, with the now you, that love and gratitude and celebration for yourself in this now moment, if you can rest in that, you have entered a magnificent ground for creation, for manifestation. Because now you're sitting in overflow. And some of you may be able to viscerally feel that, like when you can be present with your own magic now, your own abundance now, your own magnificence now. There's a sense of fullness that fills up your system. And maybe it actually feels uncomfortable because maybe there's an element or a dimension of you that is so used to the not enough feeling or is so comfortable there that it actually might feel unsafe to feel this full. But if you do feel fuller and if you notice it feels good or peaceful or calm or safe. This is a beautiful time to ask for what you truly want because you're coming from the lens of abundance. You're coming from the lens of overflow. You've seen through the distraction and the hypnosis of scarcity, struggling, and suffering. And instead of manifesting from a place of not enough, and instead of manifesting from a place of scarcity, instead of manifesting from a place of struggle or needing to be saved by the universe, now you get to manifest from a place of empowerment, from a place of worthiness, from a place of overflow. From a place of I am enough and I desire more. Instead of I am not enough, therefore I need more to make myself feel more enough. That is what I have for you today. Just some channeled wisdom, keeping it short and sweet. Any breakthroughs or thoughts you have on this episode, please let me know on Instagram, or better yet, write a review on iTunes. Reviews are like the only way that podcasts can be, prioritized in the podcast algorithm. So just like if you enjoy a post on Instagram, you might like it or leave a comment or share it to your stories. When you enjoy a podcast, the best way to give back is to write a review. And I know it's like annoying as fuck, but you can actually do it on your phone. I don't know if you know this. If you have an iPhone and you have the podcast app, you can actually just pull up this podcast right now and write a review right now. So if you did enjoy this episode, I would really love it if you could write a review. That's all I have for you today. I'm wishing you so much love and so much gratitude for showing up for you today and listening to this podcast and letting me share the wisdom that wanted to flow through me. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye for now. Thank you for honoring your soul's calling today and taking the time to listen to this episode of the Soul Expansion Podcast. If you have a question you'd like featured or have a topic idea, I would love to hear from you. Find me on Instagram at Kristen Kaczynski and send me a DM with your request. Remember, you are a truly limitless being. The limits you see now are only an illusion. Whatever it is that you desire, that's already yours. It already exists in the universe here and now. You simply have to awaken to what you already have. And I hope this episode brought you a little closer to that truth. If you love this episode and would like to give from your heart and appreciation, please take a few moments to screenshot it and tag me in your stories on Instagram, or write a brief review on your favorite podcast platform. Your voice truly matters, and your feedback helps to spread abundant expansion to a broader audience. And what a gift that is, right? Just think about how much abundance will come back to you if you help a friend experience their own soul expansion. And with that, I just want to say thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, I'm Kristen Kaczynski, and I love you.